Coming up, checkered flag, IndyCar racing from Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's coming up following our Busch Series racing action from right here in Bristol, Tennessee. And, of course, following that, baseball tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And following baseball tonight, we've got Mariners and Blue Jays. And what about Ken Griffey Jr.? 2 home runs last night. He leads the major leagues. John Olerud visiting the Kingdome. The first place Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. Coming up at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Let's go down to the pits and John Kerner.
Jerry, we talk about literally driving the tires or the wheels off the car. I want you to see the left front tire of Tommy Houston's. It just came off after 160-some laps. These are steel belted radials. Look right here. That's the steel belt. He wore these things out.
Back to green on lap 166. And Todd Bodine says, see ya up front as Joe Nemechek pulls down. He's in second position. Bodine, the car number 34. Here's the battle. You're watching Bodine's the red car on the left of your screen. Here's Nemechek, the car number 87. The 08 car, Bobby Dotter being shown in third position.
And he's got a couple of lap cars to deal with. Jim Bowen, he gets on the inside of him as those 2 yellow cars almost get together there. But that's 08 cars. You said earlier, no sponsor on the Bobby Dotter car, but the way he's run the last few races, he should be able to pick up a sponsor. Currently running in third place.
A lot of smoke coming out of the car number 25. That's Hermie Sadler, the Virginia Esper-Roberts machine. Also car number 98. Jim Bowen's car erupting in smoke. So 2 cars at once in the same turn showing a lot of smoke. That's the Lux entry. And here is an Oldsmobile, the Don Beverly on machine, coming down and headed for the pits in the front straightaway. Actually, he stays on the racetrack and will head for the pits over in the backstretch. That will bring out caution for the 10th time tonight at Bristol, Tennessee.
And Hermie Sadler was being shown in 6th position, Gary, so this is tough on him. He was in 9th in the point standings coming into this race, and, of course, leading the rookie standings.
Hermie Sadler coming off a 7th place finish up at New Hampshire last weekend from South Hill, Virginia. Hermie, a graduate of the University of North Carolina with a business degree. He owns an automobile dealership up there in South Hill.
Does a good job of running. As he comes into the pits, we're going to see him pass Steve Grissom. Grissom was in several times during the last caution. There he is. There's Grissom coming in the channel lock car. He's back in again. He's having some kind of problem. We don't know what it might be. But he's taking advantage of these caution periods to come in. Didn't stay in long this time, though. And hits back out. But Hermie Sadler's going to be in for a little bit.
There were just 12 cars on the lead lap. And 2 of those cars you're seeing now on pit road. Grissom is moving out of your picture. And there's Hermie Sadler, who is on pit road as we're under caution for the 10th time tonight. 169 laps in the books. Back with more from Bristol, Tennessee after this. Track facts are brought to you by Quaker State. The Big Q is One Tough Motor Oil.
As Jerry Punch told you at the start of the show, it rained heavily here in the Bristol area just before race time. Well, how do they dry this racetrack? Well, they have several ways. They run tires, the fire trucks around the speedway, dragging tires. Trucks will dry the racetrack. Here's another way. They drag this jet engine around the track. And we can see the exhaust going down. It blows on the racetrack. And, folks, that 4 or 5 foot exhaust coming out the jet engine, you can see how it's drying the water off pit road as it goes down pit road. This used to be a jet engine off something like a T-28. They converted to gasoline, and we can see the exhaust, how it goes down, and they have to run the RPMs just right. Otherwise, they would lift the trailer right off the ground with their propulsion out of the exhaust. They run at the right RPM and dry the racetrack. Old jet engines never die. They just end up drying racetracks.
And, Benny, that's quite a bit bigger than the blow dryer you carry with you on a weekly basis, isn't it?
Yeah, right. what in the world would I dry if I had the least? That's one thing I'm going to have to carry in my luggage is a blow dryer, believe me.
Extra room for socks and a sandwich. There we go. Thanks a lot, Benny. One to go here as we're getting ready for more racing from Bristol, Tennessee. And that works real well, those jet dryers. They pull them behind the trucks up and down pit road, and that'll dry a racetrack in a hurry.
Yeah, it's one of the best things that we've seen happen as far as drying racetracks is concerned. Well, we see the cars that are a lap or more down moving up on the outside. The cars that are in the lead lap staying down on the inside, and there are still 11 cars in the lead lap.
And there's the Blockbuster Video Blimp. It's one of the few internally lit airships currently in use around the world. The Blockbuster Video Blimp is based in Orlando, Florida, and tonight being piloted by Terry Dillard of Lake Monroe, Florida, giving us those beautiful shots high atop Bristol International Raceway. Glad to have you with us, John Kernan, Benny Parsons, Ned Jarrett, and yours truly, Jerry Pines, bringing you live Busch Series racing action, the first of 2 consecutive nights here from Thunder Valley. Lap 175. 75 laps remain.
And trouble already. Down in turn 1, the car number 74, Jack Sprague, spins around.
And yes, the caution flag will come out. They race to the line. And Joe Bessie just can't quite get one of his laps back as Todd Bodine wins that race back to the start-finish line.
Tommy Houston had gotten himself a great start running around on the outside, but he ran up on this spinning car. And here you see Houston in the blue and white car going up on the outside, but up ahead of him, a couple of cars get together, and around goes the car number 74. I believe that was Chad Little maybe that touched him a little bit there and sent him around. And Houston, although he picked up a few positions, he got by it okay.
Different angle. Let's watch Steve Grissom, our point leader, dodge another bullet.
Well, of course, Grissom in the blue car. There he comes into the picture. He sees cars all over the racetrack slowing down, trying to dodge the car number 74. He decides to go low. That was a good move. Houston went high. That was a good move, too. Both of them got by.
Well, he is cool and calm under pressure, isn't he?
He really is. Yep.
And there's a look at Jack Sprague in the car number 74, the Staff America car that was involved producing this 11th caution flag. And he's not had a good night. Neither is Hermie Sadler, who's leading the rookie points, but unfortunately is not racing right now. He's standing with Benny Parsons.
And Jerry had a great run going in the, I called it a Chevrolet a moment ago. You said it's an Oldsmobile.
Yeah, we're still running the Oldsmobiles right now. We're going to switch over the latter part of this year and next year, but it's really a shame. It seems like when things are going the best, that's when you have your problems. But the Virginia's for Lovers Oldsmobile was really hooked up good. It just, we couldn't make it tonight. The motor let go, but it's encouraging how well we're running, and we'll just come back next week and try them again.
Did you think when the season started, Hermie, that you'd have this much success?
Well, I was hoping, just like everybody else was, but I'm with a super team, and Bobby King is giving me good race cars every week, and makes me look real good right now. Just like tonight, we really had a shot to win the race, and like I said, that's encouraging, so it gives me something to hope for next time.
Hey, folks, you think he talks a little bit funny? But he lives up in South Hill, Virginia. They all talk like that up there. As you're going to sell cars, you got to talk like that, right?
That's right. You got to have a sharp tongue to do that, Benny.
He's got that.
I'll tell you, Benny, I like his positive attitude. He found something positive to look at there, the fact that they were running good. And here we go, running good again with the green flag.
That young man has a bright future. Lap 179. Once again, Todd Bodine, talking about bright futures. Todd Bodine already has a Winston Cup ride, the Busch Mock Racing Enterprises effort. He leads the field here tonight in Busch competition, trying to make his second win in a row. In the August race here at Bristol, Tennessee, he won a year ago with a good battle with Jeff Burton. Car number 97, Joe Bessie, is being shown in 16th position. He is actually 4 laps down.
He was 5 laps down. He got one of those back, but hasn't been able to get another one back. Here's the battle back in the pack as Andy 31 hits the car number 74, and Jack Sprague gets into the wall again. Boy, he has had a tough night. I'm afraid this is going to be over with for him tonight, though. There's a lot of damage done to that Staff America car this time.
That car really slammed the wall.
Got tapped there by Steve Grissom as they were racing for position. We'll take a look again. As they come off of the turn, Grissom had moved down on the inside, and I'm not sure that Jack saw him down there, Jerry, and he just came down enough where they got together and it knocked Sprague up into the wall. Here's another angle. You can see the blue car of Grissom down on the inside. gets about halfway up there, and then his right front touches the left side of the car number 74, and just enough to break him loose and slam him into the wall.
And I certainly believe Steve Grissom would not try to have any contact. He wants to protect that point lead as best he can, and that's what's left of the Staff America Chevrolet and Jack Sprague. Now, we mentioned that our Grand Marshal tonight was a very special guest, country music recording artist Sammy Kershaw, and I believe Sammy is caught up down there with John Kernan.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm sure you've seen the video that Sammy and Mark Martin did together. Just a little history about your interest in stock car racing, how that thing all came together.
Well, you know, I've always been a Mark Martin fan for a long time, and when we come up with the idea for the video, I wanted to get Mark Martin in it because I even belong to his fan club, you know. And sure enough, it came together. Valvoline was nice to us and got us a truck and a car and a crew and Mark and everything. And it turned out real nice for us. You know, Valvoline is helping us a whole lot on our tour this year. And, man, I just love racing. And hopefully next year we'll have one of my cars out here because I want to get a team together.
Now, wait a second. Are you going to drive? I mean, you got this uniform-looking shirt on.
No, I'm not going to drive. Not now. Maybe a couple of 3 years from now. But we're trying to get a team together for next year, Busch, and we're working with sponsors now, getting the sponsors, try to get the sponsors together for next year.
What about a driver? Put Mark in that car. He's already got a Busch ride with Jack Roush.
Mark's already got one, but I have one in mind. We've been talking to one, believe me.
What do you think, quickly, what do you think about this is a crazy night, almost a full moon?
Man, this is great. I'll tell you, I really want to thank Food City for having us over here as Grand Marshal tonight. We appreciate it. But this is so cool, man. I had never been here before. And I live down in Nashville, so we may be coming around a little more often.
Okay, that's a word from Sammy Kershaw, Jerry.
And it's a full moon night in Bristol. You think his phone's going to ring a little bit now? He told everybody around the country he's going to have a team next year. You think he's going to have a few phone calls from drivers who want to run that car?
I wouldn't be surprised, and maybe some sponsors too, because it'll be a high-profile team.
And Jack Sprague has climbed out of the car and not a happy camper. He's giving some signals about wondering why as Steve Grissom went by, but looked like Grissom had nowhere to go. He was on the bottom of the groove there and tried to pull off the racetrack. I don't think Sprague saw him there. As we are under caution an even dozen times. 12th caution flag of the night here at Bristol, Tennessee. Back with more Busch Series action. Action after this.